trying to reconnect. I was going to ask, who saw my last video that I made? Thumbs up if you saw my last video that I made. What a day, yo. What a freaking day. This video is not going to be that long because I do have an engagement that I'm about to head to, but life is amazing, funny, all at the same time. That's all I can say. But I'm about to go ahead and dig into these gifts that I got from my workplace. And I was trying to figure out, what is this? At first I was thinking, is this coffee? Because I don't drink coffee. Oh, that's cute. A little stress ball. Strong, smart, fearless. That is certainly me. So I got this. This particular gift came from my treatment team leader. Ooh, what is this? Funny enough, I don't celebrate holidays. But hey, I take gifts. And I eat some food. Which reminds me, I'm glad. Yo, I almost fucking forgot. I'm so glad I did this video because I almost forgot that my contribution to the Christmas holiday party for tomorrow at work is to bring chips and dip and candy. I almost forgot. That reminds me, I have to definitely go out crystal healing. What is this? What is this? It's always fun opening gifts. I'm gonna spend like 20 minutes just trying to get the tape off. It was fun growing up as a kid because in my household, we did celebrate Christmas, and how my mom would do it, she would like take us shopping. So we already knew what was under the tree before we woke up on Christmas Day to open our gifts. We already knew it. It's funny because we went shopping with my mom and my dad, right, me and my sister, for our Christmas gifts. We picked out our Christmas gifts. We wrapped our own Christmas gifts and then act surprised on Christmas Day as if we didn't know what was under the tree. Oh, this is cute. I love it. Oh, gemstone tree. Third eye chakra. So you got the different 7 chakras, our energy centers within the body. Of course, there are 7. The crown chakra, third eye chakra, which is this color here. How does she know I like this? Throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral chakra, and the root chakra. Oh my God, I love it. How did she know? Of course she knows that I like this. This is so cute. Can I open this without... I'm so clumsy. Can I open this without fucking shit up? Okay. Here we go. This is cute. I like. This is so cute. All right. Let's see. So I have more. Yes, there is more. There is more. I'm thinking because let me take off this kimono, even though I'm about to go back out anyway. But for the sake of this video, it's a bit warm. Yeah, I'm thinking because, of course, I'm excited about these gifts, right? And I'm excited about starting a new job, which I started last month in November. It's not new in the sense that it's still within the same organization. I still work for the state, right, of New York as a psychologist, but it's a different facility, right? Different hospital. And I'm excited, of course. I'm always excited about starting new things, but at the same time, I'm just like, because I have a third eye, right? It's funny enough how I started the video with that. But it's like, because I have this third eye, yo, I see shit. I see everything. So you cannot run anything past me and think I'm not going to see it. So this came from one of the social workers. This is cute. She gave mostly like food and chocolate. She's a big food person. She's a big like snack person. So like she's a go-to person to get snacks. This is cute. So this entire bag is just pretty much like food. Food and pins. I thought these were cute though. Isn't that cute? Oh, let me show y'all. By the way, I'm about to definitely eat one of these on camera, but I'm going to show y'all the part 2 to the gift that my treatment team leader got me. I was curious about this thing here. There's a few things in this bag. She got some chips. There's a few things in this bag I was curious about. Hand cream, grape hand cream. Okay. Isn't it such a blessing to work with great people? And it's not just the people. I just think it's the setting, being that, you know, this is working in mental health, working in a helping profession. People obviously are drawn into the profession because they have good hearts and they like to give. And so this is just like extra perks to working in the profession with people who are givers. All right. Oh, what I wanted to do is this right here. Are light bulbs. It looks like a light bulb, right? It's like in the shape of a light bulb, but it's actually lip gloss. Because I had to read the package and I was just like, funny enough, I don't wear lip gloss. This is cute. I'm always grateful. Speaking of which, I made a post yesterday. So I sent it. I made a post yesterday, right? And she knew I needed some lip gloss. Or my dry lips. I do wear like body butter, but I just don't wear lip gloss. But I made a post yesterday that I was just basically saying how I got my first paycheck as a licensed psychologist, right? This is the other one. Okay. This is so cute. And she's always ordering stuff from online. She finds like the cutest little things. It's a light bulb, right? It's like fashion like a little light bulb. 'Cause I am light, I am light. I love it. It's unscented, unflavored. But yeah, I was saying that I made a post yesterday where I was saying how I got my first paycheck as a licensed psychologist. And of course, you know, like I'm always like on top of things, so much to the point where like sometimes I'm like 10, 20 steps ahead, yo. I've always been this way. So like I know exactly how much I'm supposed to get paid, even with like this pay increase that I got as a licensed psychologist, right? Well, I was supposed to get. I've already done the calculations and everything. Like I already know what to anticipate. So I log into my bank when I wake up yesterday, right, Wednesday, and I'm just like, Now, granted, it was an increase, but it wasn't the amount that I should have gotten. So I'm just like, hold up, dial it back. What is going on here? So, of course, I immediately, because you can log on to like the state website to be able to like view your pay stub. And that's what I did. And so from there, I realized that it's clearly an error in my check, right? It's less, I mean, granted, it was an increase. So I can see that it was different. It was a different amount from what I was getting paid as an unlicensed psychologist, but it was not at the pay rate that I was supposed to be getting, right, as a licensed psychologist. And so I'm just like, So I immediately looked for an email to report the issue, right, from their website. And when I did that, I got the email. I emailed them. And initially, I got replies back saying, oh, you need to contact your HR department. You need to contact payroll. Ooh, that smells good. This is a candle. You need to contact payroll. So I'm like, okay, I'm contacting y'all. And I contacted payroll right after, right? My, payroll department within the hospital where I work. Now, funny enough, the payroll person, and we've been cool, like up until this point, nothing but mutual respect shown, right, towards each other. Because I feel like this is how I operate. Y'all should know how I am, right? Respect is due to a dog. That's just my thing. I'm from the South, right? Like, I just got that Southern hospitality, just Southern style in me, right? We just a different breed. And I, from the jump, respect people. Right? I show them respect. I'm courteous. And so we've been cool. He been addressing me as my title, because there's a thing where you got some people that they don't want to address, especially, I don't know, my phone is chopping up. Here we go. But you got this thing where some people do not want to address Black doctors by their title, right? With due respect. They just feel like they shouldn't have to do that. They whatever, right? So he's been doing that, and this is a Black man who works in HR, right? He's been doing that. And he replies when I notify him that I noticed this, because I'm like, come on. And not to say like I'm always right, but I'm usually, for the most part, like, I'm on top of my shit, right? I could be wrong, but I'm on top of game, right? I know when something ain't right, like, I'm gonna point it out. And so he replies, and like, he was just so sure of himself that he was right to say, oh no, like on your pay stubs, this is how they report it. Even though your actual pay rate is what you got paid, is reflected on your pay stub, is not actually reflected in the actual annual salary, but the breakdown is there. And he's just trying to like portray that he knows what he's talking about, right? And I'm thinking like, nah, I'm doing the math, like it still ain't mathing. Even looking at the breakdown, okay, I get what he's saying, that my actual payment, which I receive, he's saying that is accurate, and it's reflected not necessarily in what the annual it should say, but it's reflected in the breakdown. And I'm like, even in the breakdown, I'm looking at the itemized list, because I know how to read a pay stub. Your girl is far from stupid. Right? I'm like, I would like to equate myself to a genius many times, right? And I'm looking at the breakdown, and I look very meticulously at this pay stub, and nowhere do I see this particular item that should be there, which would account for the discrepancy that is not being reflected in the amount I got paid in my deposit, right? I have to be careful with these lotions because I'm very particular about stuff. And some lotions be having like all kinds of shit that it's not supposed to have, that is not good for your skin. Let's see. I'm curious what it smells like. Okay. So, like, I'm like, I know how to read a freaking pay stub, right? And so, you know, we reached the end of today, and I checked my email, and I see that he replied. Now, before he replied, I noticed that he replied, I saw that I got a reply from the state telling me that I'm right, right? The payroll department from the state telling me, yo, you know what? We made a mistake. And they was at least honest enough to admit somewhere down the line, shit got fucked up. So that gift I got from one of the social workers, and this gift I got actually from the peer specialist. She's such a sweetheart, but this is so cute. I'm just like, that is cute. This is cute, yo. I'm just like, oh, this is sweet. Thank you so much. Dr. Leach wishing you a Merry Christmas from Stacy. Oh, this is so cute, right? And then we got more chocolate. Yo, I'm chocolate out right now. And so, I'm going to tell y'all the kicker. This is so cute. I'm going to tell y'all the kicker. I'm just like, for me, when it comes to, like, gifts, like, I'm a person, I really do appreciate gifts. And I like, you know, I value things. I feel like, you know, it's a thought that counts. The people, they didn't have to do this, right? Like, the people that took the time, these 3 different ladies that took the time to reach out and give me they didn't have to do this, you know, but they did it out of the kindness of their heart and just thoughtfulness. And, like, I like to, you know, keep things. So I probably would keep these bags as souvenirs. But anyway, so, oh, and these, y'all. So last but not least, this is like the second part to the gift that my treatment team leader got me, or she gave me for Christmas. Now look at this. Can y'all see? So when she came with the box, I'm looking at the box and I'm just like, oh, this is cute. And I saw it as like a box of chocolates, right? That's just what I noticed. I'm like, okay, box of chocolates, but it's like fashioned in the shape of like alcohol or wine or whatever, right? So I'm like, okay. I didn't think it actually had liquor in it. I didn't think that. I guess because like my mind wasn't, because you see things on social media. Like I follow this lady called the OKC Cake Lady, right? Oklahoma City Cake Lady. And she makes these cakes like fashion into almost anything you can imagine, right? Some things are just unimaginable. The things that she's created, you know, out of cake, right? From like actual food. She makes like food cakes, right? And so like Chick-fil-A, like she'll make a whole Chick-fil-A sandwich, but as a cake, right? Anything. She can make this as a cake. So I didn't think like, okay, it was actually alcohol. So here I am at work. I'm just like, oh, it's cute. And of course, I wanted to try and see how cute it was. And I'm opening it. And then I'm like, okay, this is chocolate. Who would think that they would make chocolate, like put alcohol in chocolate? I never had such a thing. So I like bit into it. Wow. I'm like, wait a minute. I taste alcohol. And I say it because the team is there. Social workers, the treatment team leader, the peer specialist, like we're all there in the same vicinity. And she's laughing. I was like, wait, this got alcohol in it? She was just like, Dr. Lee, just be quiet. Just don't say no more. And then she was like, just stop. And she was like trying to tell me like don't eat no more. And I'm just like, but this is candy. Like you gave me this candy and it has alcohol in it. You didn't want me to eat it. Why the fuck did you give me this candy? So of course I finished it. But I'm just like, wow. And I felt like a little buzz. I'm like, I got like a little buzz. It's like somebody bringing brownies. And then later you find out it has marijuana in it. You're just like, what the hell? But yeah, to make a long story short, the HR guy, granted, like, he's cool. Like, I ain't got no bad blood with nobody. I don't create bad blood with people, but just know I see things. And I'm a very spiritual person, y'all. I don't think people, they don't get it. And I made, like, posts to say, like, listen, I don't do voodoo, but I can. Honestly, I actually have. That's a whole separate story. We ain't about to get into that. But I don't usually, right? However, like, it's spiritual ranks, and it's like they say, principalities is forces that operate on people's behalf. I know that, and it may sound crazy, it may sound foreign, but this is nothing foreign. And you have to just know, like, you gotta be careful who you fuck with, who you do things to, what you do to who you do it to, and all of that. Just I be saying that shit. People don't listen, and then boom, right? They face the inevitable. I say all that to say, like, I find it interesting because his response was as if I did something wrong. He's like, oh, well, I'm glad, because I forwarded him the reply I got from the state telling me, listen, we made an error, but we will correct it, and you're telling me which paycheck it will reflect the back pay of what they owe me from the error that they made on my freaking paycheck. And so I forwarded that email to him because that response, like the answer to my question, came from them first before it came from him. And I think he felt a certain kind of way. So he's like, oh, so when he received my 40 email with the resolution, he's like, oh, that's good to know. I was just about to send you the update, the outcome of this. And he's like, it's good that, they fixed it. But he was like, don't contact them. Excuse me? He was like, don't contact payroll. Let us contact them. So I had to pause because I'm on my way home at this point, right? I had to pause for a second. And then I paused. I had to, like, digest, like, hold on. Because I can go there, okay? Like, you want to sit up here and get a little snappy and feisty. Now, one time that he apologized, now, I don't know whose error it was. I would imagine it was, because, I mean, you can't blame it on fucking the state. Granted, yes, they the ones that cut the paycheck, but y'all are the mediator. Right? Like, you are the one, the liaison person. You are the one that's supposed to ensure that I am getting paid the right rate. So how is it that, like, what is going on here? It don't really matter to me whose fault it is, but I felt like the truth was revealed of who made the error and how this person responded. And it let me know a lot about, like, everything just goes off. I'm just like, oh, a lot is being revealed here just on your response. And I'm the kind of person, like, I sound very spiritual. I believe everything happens for a reason. Things happen to reveal, to show you what's going on. And I look at it as this situation needed to happen. Like, I needed to see this happen to open my eyes not only to his ass, but, to keep my eyes open, to be abreast of what's happening within the system, to not, sleep on the truth of the matter. And that's a whole nother story. I can't really divulge too much here, but let's just say that, like, I get it. I'm appointed. I'm definitely on a mission. I understand my mission, right? And I've always said this before, like, nothing is as it appears on the surface. Like, what it may seem is never that, right? So just keep that in mind. But I'm just like, interesting. Gonna get snappy with me to say, oh, well, don't contact payroll. Do not contact them. Make sure you can communicate with us, and then we will contact. You can wait, like as if he said I jumped the gun. First of all, I did both. But I did contact them first because they're the ones cutting my check. You're not cutting my check. And then on top of that, well, his reply was he was so sure that I was. Now imagine if I didn't persist. I was persistent and going back and forth with him initially anyway. And this is all yesterday. Well, I'm like, nah. He giving me the breakdown of, oh, this is how it is. And I'm like, Even with you saying that, I get what you're saying. But it still don't add up. And I kept pressing, and then that's when he was like, okay, I'll contact, Albany. I had already contacted Albany at that point. So in his mind, he thinking like, okay, even though he sent a reply to me, he thinking that I could overstep him and went out my way to contact them. I had been, listen, when I tell you, like, I don't know why people, it just sometimes it irks me when people think that you can't take matters into your own hands. Like, listen, I am on top of shit, right? And it's funny because I had a meeting with my supervisor today, right? The director of the Department of Psychology, and all these labels and the titles and really don't mean shit to me, right? But for the sake of understanding. And another thing came out where what was agreed upon initially, right? It's like they're retracting what they agreed upon. So all this new shit is coming out about, what they expect. And listen, I've already said from the jump, I'm not with that shit. I signed up for X, Y, and Z. That's what I plan to do, X, Y, and Z. All this extra shit, coverage and dumping extra responsibilities. And she's sitting here talking about, we'll see how it goes and we'll, renegotiate. All this negotiate. Unless we renegotiate in my salary. Listen, you cannot hustle a hustler here. I don't like when people, to me, it does something to me. It like gets underneath my freaking skin, when people try to get over. Stop trying to get over. That shit does not work. And the people, this is what they think, is they think that you really need they motherfucking ass. And I've said this, and it's like sometimes people, words mean nothing. You gotta show people. Listen, you really have to show people. I do not need this freaking job. I choose to work here. I don't need anything for that matter but to stay black and die. So please, like, you give a motherfucker an inch, they take a mile. And so my eyes were further open today, not only just from this whole mishap with my goddamn paycheck being incorrect, but on top of that, beyond that, like, this interaction that I'm having with her is like a parallel process, and it's just like, and the whole time my wheels are going, I'm just like, I'm getting this understanding, like, yeah, this is what it is. Keep your eyes open. No sleeping. Keep your motherfucking eyes open, because these people really don't have your best interest. And I get it. Everybody there for a paycheck. That's what it boiled down to. And everybody's all got a job to do. Motherfuckers really don't give a damn about the next motherfucker. So it's like, it's funny how the conversation and tone changes once you in. Before you get in, they're on their hands and knees begging. Right? Serving you, but when you get in, the tables turn. Listen, I know I'm just saying this. I say this to say, and they may see this video, they may not, but I am always on top of shit. I notice things, right? And for her, the language that she used, because we were having a discussion about how things are supposed to be done, so to speak, in terms of treatment plan writing, and she was like, I get it, you like to be in control. Bitch, don't try to motherfucking read my ass. Listen, don't try to motherfucking analyze me. That shit don't work. I'm the master at this shit. You can't sit up here and try to run it, but the whole time I'm sitting up here peeping game like that kind. Like I'm on it. And it's funny when people don't realize that you realize, that you on top of this shit. And you see what they doing. Like a game of chess. You know the next move they gonna fucking try to make. You see this shit. You see the whole thing. I see the whole thing. Everything has been laid out. And I see it. Mind you, I've already been down this road before. At the other motherfucking place. Same shit, motherfucking different hospital. So I'm like, okay, this is the game we want to play. I don't think they quite really want to play that game with me. I don't really think they really want to go there. But now shit about to get fun. That's all I can say. Shit about to get real exciting. The honeymoon period is over, baby. And it's been a month, and we had just did, she did my whole 4-week evaluation because, of course, the first year you're on probation, and then, you do a 4-week, I think it's like a 12-week, and it, goes up in certain increments, and then, with these evaluations, right? And so it's just like, I just find it interesting because all of the trying to stroke a person's ego just to manipulate, to try to get what they want out of a thing. That shit don't work with me because I see what you're doing. You should know that, right? Like, as a psychologist, a person who studies, and I've mastered fucking behavior, game recognized game. That approach, that shit don't work with me. And then she's like, checking in. It's like, oh, well, how is that? Is that okay? No, it's not okay. But at the same time, I'm sitting there because I'm just like, oh, I'm wondering, which makes me wonder, was this shit strategically planned for him? But the HR guy, it seemed like he getting mad because I contacted Albany. Who the fuck why does it matter? Who cares? Why does it matter that I contacted fucking Albany about my motherfucking money? This bitch is my motherfucking money, ho. What the fuck? Why do I have to even go to this position? It's like, yeah. Why do I have to even go to this position? This is my motherfucking money. Right? Anybody else will do the same motherfucking shit. And he's talking about, oh, well, next time don't contact them. It makes me think y'all motherfucking ass was out. You did this shit on purpose. Because you could have left that part out. Listen, I am my own person. That's what they failed to realize. They failed to realize that I'm my own motherfucking. I contact the motherfucking government, bitch. I don't care. I will contact who the fuck I want to contact. And this is only relating to that motherfucking matter, but listen, this other shit that's going on, them motherfuckers don't know about, bitch. I got cases on a lot of motherfuckers. Okay? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, I know, I'm very resourceful. I know who to contact when I need to get some shit done. All y'all need to do, right? And whether you're watching this, who knows? But I'm gonna say this: all they motherfucking ass need to do is do your due diligence, do your job, do what you're supposed to do, right? Don't disrespect me, we'll be fine. You cross me, that's where the motherfucking problems come, baby. I'm not the fucking one. So I'm like, okay, we at this crossroads, and I see y'all want to play the motherfucking games. Ah, shit. I'm gonna miss my reservation. Fuck. I'm about to go ahead and bounce, but hopefully I don't think they're that busy anyway. But it's just like, yeah, we at this crossroad, and that's what they want to play. I already see right through the shit. It's like so much. You know how, like, I know y'all motherfuckers can relate, but I think what it is a lot of people, this is how a lot of people can stay on jobs. Like, I don't see Really how motherfuckers do it. Stay on jobs for 10, 20, and upward years. It's just like, maybe because they just become desensitized to it, and the longer you stay, the more desensitized you become to the bullshit. Nah, not me. I'm not staying nowhere that's toxic like that. And I know they say, okay, well, that's in every workplace, right? In every work environment, no matter where you go, right? It's always going to be some drama, some nah. Nah, buddy. Y'all can have that shit, because like I say, I don't need a little bit of coins. But I feel like, I think things are done purposefully and strategically, and they know exactly what they motherfucking doing. And we can go there. Like I said, I already got cases, and I'm pretty good when it comes to building a case against a motherfucker. You want to go there, we can take it there. All I gotta say is, going forward, let my damn shit be right. They say they gonna correct it. If it ain't, I'm taking it up. I'm taking it up to the next level. Mistake my ass. What has your mistake cost me? So, yeah. You might be in more deeper water than what you thought. Because people say, oh, it's a mistake. Okay, yeah, we all make mistakes, but how has your, you don't understand. You don't know. How potentially could this mistake negatively impact me? There's an argument that could be made. You want to play them kind of games, right? Let's not go there, but see, I try to do things peacefully, let things kind of roll off. And I said to my supervisor, I said, like, listen, I don't need stress. And she tried to give her a little story about, oh, yeah, when I got promoted, to chief psychologist, I was traumatized because they made a mistake and they actually gave me a pay rate that was less, right? She was like, I was actually paid less than what I was making before I got the pay raise. And I was just like, oh, that's a huge error. For me, it wasn't that I got paid less. It was that I got paid less than what I should, but it ain't like they went, down a whole nother fucking level. For her, they actually did the complete reverse, in her situation. And so she was just like, they never gave her back pay. Fuck that, that's you. See, for me, it's never about the difference, right? Because I've said this before. Like, listen, I'm an entrepreneur out here in these streets. I know how to get to the bag. That's nothing. It's about the principle. It's always about the principle. I be saying that shit. It's always about the fucking. I'm about to say this one last thing, and I'm about to go ahead and wrap this video up. Bitch, I beat a whole motherfucking. I ended a whole goddamn best friendship because this bitch motherfucking stole from me. You asked me what did she steal? What was the value of what she stole? Bitch, $1 bottle of lotion. It ain't even about the dollar. See, I don't understand. It's about the principle. I'm just come from a different cloth. And from where I'm from, you don't do that. You don't violate. People, see, they do shit. They violate and think they get away. Nah, man. You know what the fuck you doing. You know exactly what the hell you doing. You ain't get slapped in my motherfucking book. That's not how shit gonna go down. So I was saying how yesterday I made the post how I got my first paycheck. And granted, it was an error, but still, I said that. And then somebody got her to comment to say, oh, well, you should just be grateful. This old woman gonna say, oh, you should just be grateful. Bitch, I am motherfucking grateful. That don't mean that I don't need to strive harder to elevate myself. I'm always seeking to elevate. If anything, that's a positive trait. That's a positive characteristic that I'm striving hard to elevate. Because I said, like, yeah, I got my first paycheck, but, I wasn't impressed. Now, granted, like I said, yeah, it was an error. But even I feel like if the error did not happen and I actually was deposited the actual amount that I should have gotten, I still would feel a certain kind of way. Well, we'll see. But I already know what the amount is that I should have got. But still, it's just like, no. It's always more to achieve. And irrespective of the actual direct deposit that I got or I should have got, it's like looking at the amount, like my given annual salary. And I said this, that of course, I'm in the 6-figure range right now. Like, I'm making over 6 figures, a bit over 6 figures. And somebody gonna comment, oh, well, that's all cap. Looking at your page, I follow your page, and I know you don't make. It's just like, motherfuckers is dumb. But this person is obviously, he's not from, first of all, you're not from the U.S. He don't know shit about New York, and he from fucking Poland of all fucking places. And looking at his shit, he looked like one of them broke Polish guys, but that's besides the point. But it just goes to show, it's just like, nah, buddy. Y'all don't know me. For me, I always saw myself as above fucking mediocrity. That's just me. I don't associate myself with mediocrity, right? I've always just been in the upper echelon. Excuse me. I still got this freaking cough. But I've always been like in the upper echelon of categories, right? Even through grade school. Making straight A's, hanging out, being amongst the smart kids, being the smart kid, being the leader, and people, gravitating towards me. It's like, I think for people who just don't relate, right, or mediocre people, they look at people like myself and just like, oh, well, she's arrogant, or she's just, no. When you're just raised a certain way, and listen, y'all blame my mom. Because she set high standards for myself growing up. That's just how it has always been. So how can you be mad at a person like myself? It's like, oh, she thinks she all right. Oh, she thinks she this. It's just like, my mom was the kind of mom, and I definitely better wrap this video up, but my mom definitely was the kind of mom where, like, listen, we didn't have homework. She made homework for our ass. And we had to sit at that damn dining room table and do it. We didn't have homework. Like, she set that bar high. So I've always been very diligent, conscientious, very conscientious, and very meticulous about how I go about things. And almost like striving to perfection. My dad, he definitely paralleled that expectation that my mom had, and always told me, just train me how to be self-sufficient. If you know how to do something, do it yourself, as opposed to getting somebody else to do it, right? Just being entrepreneurial, having that entrepreneurial mindset, knowing that you're great. When I was born, he raised me to the sky. So you have to understand, like, this is just who I am. That's not going to change. And the issue that I encounter is because people who wasn't raised with that certain expectation or standard and that certain caliber, like, they feel a certain kind of way. And I do identify more with people who just can't relate and who was raised similar to how I was raised. Not everybody. And I ain't saying I grew up with a silver spoon, though technically I did. I ain't grew up with no plastic spoon, but we use plastic fucking spoons and forks. But I'm just saying, just like I grew up in a house, and surrounding me, my peers were in apartments and project housing. But yeah, I grew up in a fucking house in a 2-parent household, right? Things pretty much were decent for me. And yeah, I expect, to me, it's regular, it's basic. But you ain't gonna get up on me. That ain't gonna fly. I don't come for that. And I already see what time it is. This video definitely could be a part 2 to this, and it's like, there are some things that I could say. I'm definitely not going to say here, but it don't take long for me. I read a room pretty quick. I read a space wherever I am pretty quick, and I already see what time it is, y'all. I already see what time it is, and the language, the choice of words that people use, You know, it's just like you can't get over it. You're talking about, oh yeah, it's time to just strap the goose up and fight. But she's saying it in a way like, oh yeah, you can handle it. Like you don't try to use that manipulation shit on me. It's like, listen, if I choose to do something, I choose to accept, but don't try to get over. And I feel like, okay, 4 weeks in and you already asking me to do extra shit. Yeah, this shit ain't gonna work. This shit, you might as well go ahead and put an ad out to hire another psychologist, because this shit ain't gonna work. It ain't going down. And of course I knew that before I started, because I've always said, like, my thing is never to really work a 9-to-5 job. It's just never been my thing. I mean, I do it. I do a lot of shit for fun. I do a lot of shit just for the experience. Not that I have to do it. Let's be clear, but I gotta go eat. I'm gonna catch y'all later. But listen, aren't these gifts cute? I thank God. And that's another thing where the person that's commenting on my freaking post talking about, oh, be grateful. Be grateful, because some people are less fortunate, because I was saying how, oh, well, yeah, I made 6 figures, but I feel like I made some bad choices in my freaking life. Yeah, I do. I'm about be grateful. Listen, I'm very fucking grateful. I thank the universe for divine alignment. I thank the universe for protecting me. I thank the universe for allowing things to be in my favor. And that's how I can speak with such confidence and move and behave in the way I do, because things work out in my favor. Y'all just don't get it. Some things, obviously, I can't even say. I can't even talk about. But yes, it always works out in my favor. So farewell to those who have tried and are trying to devise whatever things y'all trying to devise against me, because I already see that shit happening. I already see what shit about to go down, because number one, like, being the person I am, I wouldn't say I'm a rebel, but I'm a person that stand on her morals, stand on what she believes in. Oftentimes it becomes, is there some friction, right? Because I just don't acquiesce. I don't go along with the go along. But they should know that. It's like, I laugh because I get it. You know, they desperately need psychologists. I get it. But it's just like, I just don't go along with the go along. So I've said this before in previous videos, like, every place, and like, I run into trouble, but this has been my life story. Me going through a whole doctoral program out in Los Angeles, problems from day one at that motherfucker, yo, like, and because it's almost like I perfected this, like I perfected overcoming adversity, you know, in many different spheres and many different aspects and many different layers, levels, you know. So for a person that has, who is who I am, right, and has faced what I've faced and overcome all the shit, y'all just said, that's why I wrote a book. And it's funny enough, because one of the psychiatrists on my team, he's just like so fascinated that I'm an author, and I'm telling him that, you know, my book is slated for autobiography. It's slated for release, and people just have no idea. But yeah, this is just who I am. This is who I always will be, right? I am a very fierce, and like this little stress ball says, strong, smart, and fearless individual. I've always been. That's just who I always been. That ain't gonna change. People try to do things and manipulate your behavior and shit. That shit, listen, you cannot, it ain't gonna change. This is who I am. It's my personality. From yay high. My mom ain't even know what to do with my ass. She's like, Danielle. And there been many times my mom just throw her hands up. Don't know what, my dad, same thing. Don't know what to do, because I run circles. I'm just too smart for the shit. Too smart for it. And just acknowledge that. And I'm smart in the sense where I'm not really harmful. But if you come up against my ass, that's you. That you did it to yourself. That's how that is. Listen, you set your own self up. And sometimes I'll back away because I'm like, listen, I don't even want to. It's not like I'm a very kind-hearted person. Like, I don't want to do that to them. So I may pull myself out. But even though I still do what I need to do to accomplish whatever mission I need to accomplish in that present moment, like I did at the former place I just transferred from, I had to take care of some things and still doing some things, even though I'm not physically there, present there, right? I'm still doing some shit behind the scenes because that's unfinished business. And I was like, I'll pull away from situations like, okay, fall back. Because I really don't be wanting to do that shit, y'all. I swear, y'all, I really don't be wanting to do that shit, man. But one day it's all going to make sense. One day I'll be able to speak very explicitly on these things. But until then, listen, you have to, it's almost like solving a jigsaw puzzle. Or, you know, I know I speak, sometimes it feels like in circles, like, what is she really saying? Right, just say what you mean. Like, I'm aware of that. I get it. In due time, though. But until then, I'm about to go eat. I'm about to go grub out. I just know. Because I know that there are people who watch me secretly, that know me, right, professionally, and they watch me secretly in a sense where they don't tell me, oh, I follow your vlogs, but they be watching my shit. I get it. I'm a very interesting character. But it's always something. And I can tell you this, like, them motherfuckers, they're not going to win. I'm undefeated, baby. You're not going to fucking win. Y'all, that's why I walk around and wondering, like, how are your skin so clear? How are you just so beautiful? How? Because I know it. When you know that 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 you know, try me, baby. Like, this is what I do. Some people, they thrive on shit like this. Like, some people find themselves in situations right now, like, damn, like, I get bored to the point of depression when shit is just too easy. I love a challenge. I love shit like this, baby. It's like, bring it on. Bring it the fuck on. This is what y'all want until it no longer serves me, right? That's where that's where I guess you can say my narcissism comes in. 'Cause you gotta serve me, but if it don't serve me, then fuck it. It's boring. I'm not interested in playing this little game with y'all motherfuckers on down more. But yeah, my feet are 10 toes down in this shit right now. And I feel like I got some things I need to do. Not too much, but there's some things I need to do where my feet are planted right now. And until next time, I love my gifts. The universe. Catch y'all later.